West Rutland softball action. I'm Jerry Munger. We're bringing you West Rutland taking on Twin Valley, and I'll start with this angle. They don't have the outfield fence up yet where I usually stand behind center field, but I might switch to the first baseline. That'll be a ball. On the mountain is Kayleen Riopol, and she had a win yesterday in the season opener, home opener for West Rutland. They defeated Proctor 4-3 and just threw a four-hitter. Just a freshman out there in the circle, and leading off will be Kylie Blue Crawford, and she's going to be the pitcher for Twin Valley. They're in their red uniforms, in case you haven't figured that out yet. Rayfish calling balls and strikes. Ed Deloria out there in the field, and there's a strike called on the inside corner. A lot of spin on the ball. Now, Riopel telling me before the start of the ball game that she throws a fastball, curveball, changeup, and that was just a tad bit high. So a 3-ball, 1-strike count. The leadoff batter on a pretty decent day, actually. Field's in good condition. They just didn't get the outfield fence up yet, but got it to go up the ladder. And, you know, I actually looked like it could have been the changeup. Now, I'm not saying it was, but definitely something taken off the pitch. So full count now to Crawford. And she'll get the outside corner for the first out of the ball game. Came back from a 3-1 count. So the freshman, Riopel, with the strikeout. Now Samantha Bernard up. She's the first baseman for Twin Valley. She'll bat from the right side. Now a lot of these names should be familiar to you from Twin Valley. Of course, they're a small school. They play all the different sports, just like West Rutland does. And Bernard was an outstanding basketball player this past season. I think she was number 15, as Crawford was. And of course, there's another Crawford. Don't forget Lynn Crawford, number 17, is the catcher. So you're going to have a sister battery out there for Twin Valley, pitcher-catcher position. That came up high and outside for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes to Bernard. The on-deck batter will be Lynn Crawford, the catcher. I overheard the Twin Valley coach saying this was her team's first time out this year. Outside, they still have about 6 inches of snow down in Wilmington, down in Twin Valley's high school. Of course, you're in that base of that mountainous region on Route 9, and that's going to be a misplayed ball out in right field. It's going to turn into at least a double. As you can see them turn the corner, and they're going to send it to third base. So the relay coming in, and no, they're not going to make the throw. So that will turn into a triple. It's a ball hit out the shamble. Now, since she didn't get a glove on it, I'm going to give her unofficially a triple. Now bring up Lynn Crawford with a runner in scoring position. So with just 1 down, Riopel with 1 strikeout so far in the ball game. They only out of the ball game, but you got to think here: a pass ball, wild pitch, a slow hit grounder, deep enough pop fly, base hit, and you get that game's first run in. That's a good stop by Hart. Hart, a junior, behind the plate. She'll fake the throw down to third, and down to third base for West Rutland is Caitlin Whedon. Now, I didn't go around the infield, but I should do that now and set the defense up. So a little bit of a jam here for Riopel in the first inning. That'll be a ball called up high above the letters. Johanna Lee is at the shortstop position. Christina Harrington's at second. Morgan Raich is at first. Amanda Hart, the catcher. That's the infield. Of course, Riopel in the circle. And that's going to be ball 4. More importantly, though, it's stopped by Hart. So that puts runners at. Now they're going to try that. And they're going to. No, they got to come home, and they got her in a pickle. Yep. They're going to run her down. There's the throw to third, and it's going to be dropped, and the throw home, and there'll be a battle for the ball, and you can see the save call there. So Bernard will score on the pickle. The walk turns into a double, and Nesbitt up now in a 1-0 game. Runner still in scoring position. There are a couple chances there where they could have made the out on the rundown between second and third. And of course, it's early season.
She was in the circle the whole time. Did either one of those change directions?
And what they're asking about, did the pitcher change direction? Because Riopel remained in the circle, which would mean it was a dead ball. And that's what the discussion is going on right now between the umpires at Deloria and Ray Fish. And Paul Dunch, of course, head coach at West Rutland. And I'll set the outfield for you. Tony Girardi, the seniors in center field. Kayleen Eddings is the left fielder. And she had a base hit yesterday in a win over Proctor. And Sam Shambo, the right fielder. So the run will count. It'll stay 1-0. There's still the one out. And the runner down at second base is Briarlyn Crawford. So Nesbitt batting in the cleanup spot. And like I said, they had a couple chances. One thing, you know, I'm sure they've gone over the pickle play, but they committed to the throw too early. They should have ran down the runner. The fielder should have ran down the runner a little bit more, and that's going to be to second base. Played, and there's the out. Yep. So they bring the ball right back to the circle. So that'll be a 4-3 ground out as it goes to Harrington. We'll go to Raish, and that is going to advance the runner to third base. So with 2 outs, they want to get the batter. It's Bonnie Bolivar. Or Bolivar, I'm sorry, Bonnie Bolivar coming up. And West Rutland trying to get out of this mess with just the 1 run scored. Now I know the mesh can be a big distraction. There's a strike called. I love listening to the game from here though, as far as commentating it and seeing the action, but I might slide down to the first baseline. And it gives you a more further away look, but I know a lot of people say, geez, you know, that mesh. And that's going to be to Riopel. She'll field the position, throw to first. There's the out. 1 run in. And we'll have a 1-0 lead for Twin Valley coming in the bottom of the first on Munger Vision. That's the battery as it's Kylie Blue Crawford in the circle. Briarlyn Crawford behind the plate. And Tony Girardi leading things off for West Rutland. And that'll skip in for a ball. And that rest of that defense has Michaela Pronovos at third base. Could remember writing on Samantha Savannah Nesbitt at short. Ashley Dix at second. Sam Bernard at first. And that's going to be a swing and a miss on a nasty looking drop ball. You see this? I could see the rotation on the threads as it spun in there for a strike to Girardi. And again, same location, same results. It'll be a swinging strike this time. So 1-2 count to leadoff batter Girardi. The outfield has Bolivar in left field, Corey in center, and Putnam in right. And Crawford looking for the first out. Will be a foul ball right off the end of the bat. On deck for West Rutland would be the shortstop, Johanna Lee, and then batting number 3 would be the DP, Caitlin Banya. West Rutland coming in with a 1 win, no loss record, and this is the first ball game of the season for Twin Valley, and that's going to be right back to the pitcher, Crawford. She'll field the play and bounce the throw to first and get the out. So the speedy Girardi taking off the bases on that 1-3 ground out, and making the catch over first base was Bernard. And now Lee up. Now remember last year Lee, who's playing shortstop this year, was pitching with the graduated Brooke Griswold. So now they have the freshman Riopel in there, and I was impressed with her in that first inning. She threw very well. The error, well, the ball that wasn't caught, that's a strong hit to third, the long throw, and a nice throw from third base. So that 5-3 ground out as they get it from Pronovos to Bernard, and quickly the first 2 batters down here for West Rutland. Now Banya up. So Twin Valley might be the first time outdoors this year playing softball, but they're looking for a 1-2-3 first inning. And oh, nasty pitch, big curve, big breaking ball.
Off my hand, Mom. I need new gloves.
Tell you the other thing you get is all the talking down here behind home plate. And what I got is the head coach of Twin Valley's daughters are the pitchers, catchers, and especially the catcher. A lot of chit-chat back and forth. Oh. So Banya trying to get on base here with 2 down. And that will skip in for a ball. So 2-1 count, 2 down, nobody on. 1-0 Twin Valley with the lead from West Rutland's Hinchy Field. Great pitch. brings it back to an even count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. There has been 2 ground outs. So Crawford looking for her first strikeout of the ball game. They'll wind up the pitch, and it'll be high. It looked like the changeup, and I'll run into a full count at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, I was thinking about going down the first baseline, but I think that's the shortstop. Nesbitt stays down low on the ball. Didn't really charge it to throw to first, and she'll have her. And Crawford will retire the side in order, so we'll go to the second. Twin Valley up by 1. So there's a freshman, Kaylin Riopel, being set to start off the top of the second. And again, she threw the ball very well. Had good location, good pop on the ball. Had a strikeout in that first inning. West Rutland making contact in the bottom of the first. Just didn't get a base hit out of it. Twin Valley coming seems to be a very solid fielding team. Again, in game time temperature, 51 degrees. The breeze is picking up. And of course, the sun will start going behind that mountain just to the west here of the ball field. It'll be getting a little bit cool. Now be just a tad bit inside for a ball. Ray Fish calling balls and strike. Yeah, I think if I go down the first baseline, the coaches will be in my way. The first and third base coach. And that's going to be out of play. That's a foul ball out of play. And in Riopel, remember from the basketball season, JV ball, and then she came up for varsity ball toward the end of the year. But I don't think she weighs 65 pounds, but she's got the mechanics down. It's not really how big you are. It's if you have all the mechanics down, you can really snap the ball. And that's going to be foul ball just past Rach's glove and skips to the outside of the bag, and that'll be a foul ball strike. So Ashley Dix, then Putnam, and then Pronovost due up for Twin Valley. There's another softball season on Munger Vision. And then good eye right there by Dix on a borderline pitch. It did cross the letters, and it was out of the strike zone, but I like what Riopel did there. Just brought the ball up out of the strike zone a tad. Nope, and she went off for it. So we'll go to a 3-2 count. Riopel with the 1 walk in that first inning and the 1 strikeout. Got her right across the middle of the plate for strike 3. Oh, and that was looking. Both strikeouts have been looking. Now Abby Putnam up, the right fielder, getting her first look at Riopel. So Kaylin Riopel. It's pretty much the outfield being very shallow and straight up, and they try to bunt, and that will be fouled back out of play. And that's the first bunt attempt by either side here in the ball game as Putnam didn't really slide her hand down the barrel of the bat to steer the ball and deaden it. She just kind of stuck the bat out there, and looks like she might have been in a position where she was going to square the bunt there also. Down at third base, weeding in very tight at the corner like she should be. Raish at first, but just about even with the bag. Oh, split the plate, strike. Good pop on the ball, too, by Riopel. So as far as spring in Vermont goes, this is about as good as it gets weather-wise. That's a perfect bunt. Riopel taking her time will make the throw and scooped up and out of the dirt. They're going to say safe. He called her out and then called her safe. And what had happened was Raish did make the scoop, but she came forward and her foot came off the bag. So that will go as a base runner. And now Pronovost up. The third baseman, Pronovost, showed that strong arm she had in the first inning defensively. Now she's got a runner at first. So what they want to do as far as moving that runner along. Hart with a very, very strong arm at the catcher's position. Hart's developed this habit or technique, if you will, of throwing from her knees to second base. Now I don't endorse it, but I also don't knock it, but that's how strong an arm she has. That pitch just missed inside. So in a 1-0 game, Twin Valley with the lead, then with a runner on here with 1 out in the top of the second. Oh, that was a good pitch. That was the curveball. I have no doubt about it. I could see the rotation on the string.
Behind the screen, please. I don't want anybody getting hurt. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So in a 1-2 count, Riopel trying to get Pronovost, and she'll face number 9 batter, Corey. And that's just stung down the first baseline. As Rayfish waiting for some of these foul balls to be recovered and brought back so he can put it in his little pouch bag on the side of his umpire uniform. Yeah, what he wants to do is check on the condition of the ball that Riopel has just received from the outfield.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Get your bat on that ball.
That's a Riopel set, giving the good to go sign from the umpire, and that's going to be fouled back out of play. And that's good. That's what you got to do with 2 strikes. If it's a borderline pitch, you can't wait and see if it's going to be called a ball or strike. You got to protect the plate.
1-2.
Again, they're very shallow in the outfield. They'll wind up the pitch and strike 3. The runner goes. They throw down to second, and nice job by the infield keeping the ball in play. So they'll steal second, but that'll be the second out on the game's 3rd strikeout. And so Pronovost will go down on strikes. Now bring up the number 9 batter, the center fielder, Corey. Top of the order, Kylie Blue Crawford on deck. And I'll tell you right now, Riopel would like to end the inning right here. And there's a strike. She's had excellent control, just the 1 walk. And don't forget the first batter of the ball game that she faced. She came back from a 3-1 count to get the strikeout. She's working with 3 strikeouts right now. That'll be fouled down for strike 2. So Corey down 2 strikes in the count. And Riopel, especially this inning, pitching from ahead in the count. Runner at second. And that'll get away from Hart. It'll be a wild pitch, and the runner will go down to 3rd base. You can see right there. So 2 down now. Big thing right now is keep the runner at 3rd. Don't let her come home on a pass ball or wild pitch. That's playable. Girardi gone over her head, and the run will score. So the error returns into a run. They got to play at second. Nope. It'll be an RBI double. And again, I said it a lot, and I wasn't trying to be annoying. I thought the outfield was playing way too shallow. Even though Girardi came in on the first step, I don't think she could have recovered. So 2-0 lead now for Twin Valley. And top of the order, the pitcher. Nice scoop by Hart as Kylie Blue Crawford struck out looking their first time up. So a run in the first and a run in the second, the offense right now. And that one off the inside corner, and that'll be ball 2. On deck will be Bernard. Now she scored the game's first run for Twin Valley. Yeah, a bender, but too far outside for ball 3. Riopel, especially this batter, kind of rushing her pitches. Kind of got to settle back down and find her pace again. Right there for a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. It's Corey down at second base with that RBI. And again, Riopel coming back in a count. She's at a full count right now with 2 down. Both outs this inning recorded via the strikeout. That's going to be the shortstop, Lee, with a long throw. Will get her, and they'll strand 1. They do pick up another. It'll be 2-0. Twin Valley going in the bottom of the second on Munger Vision. Let's look at the Twin Valley pitcher. She had a 1-2-3 first inning, all ground outs. And this is Amanda Hart batting in the 4th spot, leading off here in the bottom of the second. That's Kylie Blue Crawford in the circle. Her sister, Briarlyn Crawford, behind the dish. And the pitch too far outside for ball 2. Hart, Harrington, and Reichtu up here in the second. 2-0. Twin Valley with the lead. And Hart will run the count to a 3-0 count. I can only imagine that she'll be taken all the way here with the 3-0 count. Nope, It'll be off from the fifth. Slow roller. The throw by Pronovost, and she'll get her. I like that, though. They gave her the green light with a 3-0 count. The pitch was in the strike zone. She just nubbed it down to third base. And like I said, Pronovost, with her second play in the ballgame, shows you how strong her arm is. This is going to be a tough play. To first, just does get her as Harrington fell over the bag and seems to be all right. As there's quickly 2 down now for West Rutland. Again, they've made contact. Just good defense being played by Twin Valley. Now the freshman, Morgan Rayshup. And she went after that curveball. That pitch actually started in the circle at the middle of the plate, ended up way into the batter's box on the opposite side. That's going to be to the shortstop, Nesbitt. Going to make the tough throw, and oh, what a stretch at first base. That's Bernard with the play, and boy, just stellar fielding by Twin Valley. And another 1-2-3 inning. 2-0 Twin Valley with the lead. We'll watch the freshman Riopel warm up here. Watch her motion. She's got a good pull through right there. See that? That's really, I don't know who's worked with her, but somebody's worked with her technique and form very well. And she's pitched a good ball game here. We're in the 3rd inning. And all 6 West Rutland batters that face Crawford have made contact. And you know, I've seen balls hit today that would have been base hits against other teams. A couple good plays at third base by Pronovost. Good play by Bernard at first base, and West Rutland can't get discouraged. You're swinging the bat well, making contact out from Crawford, but it's hard to beat defense when it's red hot like that. And it'll be Bernard who made the good defensive play on that stretch at first base. I'll lead things off here. And like I said, she scored a run back in the 1st inning on a triple. I had to read couldn't read my writing. She had a triple and scored a run. That was that line drive to right field that was misplayed. That wasn't touched, so I think the official ruling is that's not an error, it's a base hit. And it looks like Eddings has gone into center field defensively for Girardi for West Rutland.
Okay, lead in a couple.
And I did not see if Girardi was injured or what, but she started in center and now she is not out there. It looks like the Umbrakas has gone in. That's down to Harrington. She'll stay down low on it, throw to first. There's the out. So 4-3 ground out. We'll take the leadoff batter, Bernard, out here for Twin Valley.
One away.
And I'll bring up the catcher, Briar Lynn Crawford. Now she's quite a chatter, as most catchers are. She's talking it up behind the plate and commanding the defense and making sure the pitcher stays straight. And her mom's, I'm assuming, her coach, the way she called her mother. And that is going to be a base hit. And they'll quickly get her there, cut it off, and hold the runner or the batter to a single. So jumping on that pitch and driving it, pulling it down the third baseline. So Brian Lynn Crawford with a walk, the single, and now Savannah Nesbitt up. She grounded out 4-3 her first time. Grounded out to Harrington her first time up. And it's a good eye. It's a pitch bending now the strike zone. Raish in about 2 steps in front of the bag at first. And Whedon just about 6 steps in, 6 feet in from the corner at third. Oh, great pitch. There's a throw to first, and the runner will be back safe. And Hart, fearless, will throw to any base on the field with a runner out there. And again, she's got a very strong arm, very accurate arm. Nice stop by Hart right there, and that'll keep the runner at first base. Again, it's a improved West Rutland squad. I can already tell just by watching the first 3 innings here. And to be blunt about it, I mean, that's going to be a wild pitch, and that will allow the runner to get down to second base. So Crawford will go to second.
3 balls, 1 strike.
So a 3-1 count to Nesbitt with Bolivar on deck. The pitching last year was good, but at times erratic. And a strike called inside corner. Fooled Nesbitt as she bent back out of the way. But there were times last year the West Rutland pitchers would get the first 2 batters out relatively easy and then walk 6-7 batters in a row. That's going to be the short. And there's the out. Runner will take third, but the right play was made as Lee will pick it up, get the 6-3 ground out as she throws to Raish. So 2 outs, runner at third, Bolivar up. She grounded out to the pitcher, Riopol. Her only time out. This is her second look now through the lineup at Kaylin Riopel. That's going to be off the fist and foul. I'll tell you, what I'm trying to say and be politically correct is I can tell one of the areas of improvement is that they've been able to take Lee out of the circle, put her at shortstop where she seems to be a better asset. Put Riopel in the circle. She seems to be much better pitcher as far as confidence, control, velocity, as that will be out of play. And yeah, they need to gather up some of these foul balls for Ray Fish. So 2 outs for Twin Valley on top of the third, scheduled for 7.
2 strikes.
Yeah, so 2 strikes on 2 foul balls to Bolivar. Dick's on deck. And the pitch. Just a tad low. Oh, they're going to bring the runner home, and she's going to be safe. Yeah, it would have been a close play if the catch would have been made at the plate, but it became irrelevant. So the wild pitch will score the 3rd run. So Twin Valley with, at this point, a run in every inning.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that's going to be Raish with the catch. And the freshman Raish will make the grab and foul territory. That will end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. 3-0 Twin Valley with the lead. So Crawford in the windup, and Eddings up for the first time today. Should be followed by Shambo, then Riopel. As again, Twin Valley's pitcher, Crawford, has faced 6 batters, retired all 6 batters on ground outs. And you can't be more efficient than what she's been in the circle. Her sister doing the catching, so it's Kylie Blue Crawford in the circle and Briar Lynn Crawford doing the catching. And Eddings, who had a base hit yesterday, we'll watch that one obviously skip outside for a ball. The defense looking the same out there. Pronovost, Nesbitt, Dix, and Bernard on the infield. Putnam, Corey, and Bolivar on the outfield. And that's going to be deep in the hole. Nesbitt bobbled it, makes the long throw, and gets her. Look at those splits by Bernard. That made the difference in the out being recorded at first base. That's twice now that she's helped out her fielders. So that's 7 for 7 now. 7 West Rutland players, batters up. 7 West Rutland players retired. Sam Shambo up, the right fielder. Starting things off from the left side. The first lefty that I have remember seeing coming to the plate. And now I was told Sam's a junior in school. So if I'm wrong, it's the dugout's fault. But and there's a strike. 1-1 the count. Softball on Munger Vision. Behind the cage today. They didn't get the center field fence up for me to shoot in on, so you have to put up with the steel mesh in the front. And she took a big swing at it and came up with air, and it'll be 2 strikes now. Looking for the second out. And foul ball. The Shambo, a little hitch in her swing. They got to work on that, break that habit. Watch, she'll go back and then come forward, and that just takes seconds off your stride. And that's caught and held by Crawford, the catcher. So Crawford, the pitcher, will record her first strikeout. That is the first out by West Rutland. That was not a ground out. Now Riopel up. I've yet to see Now, see, to me, that would have been a good situation for a bunt attempt. So 2 outs for Riopel with Whedon. No, Whedon's not batting. Top of the order on deck. And that's going to be out of play. Yep. Foul ball. And Riopel getting a good cut at that one, but will foul it off for strike 1. So West Rutland looking for their first base hit of the ball game. There's Crawford and Riopel in quite a pitcher's duel today. It's been the little things that made the difference in that 3-0 Twin Valley lead. Riopel looking to protect the plate with a good eye right there as that one skipped in.
One more, Kai. One more, get this out of here, Kai.
Well, I'll tell you, the left fielder in shallow, but center field and right field playing relatively deep for Twin Valley. A good eye right there. Right idea, too, by Crawford, the pitcher, as she's up in the count. Why not bring this ball to the strike zone a tad bit and see if you can get the batter to commit to it? And that's strike 3, so she'll end the inning on back-to-back strikeouts. Still 3-0 Twin Valley. Riopel with 3 strikeouts so far in the ballgame as we're in the top of the 4th. Again, it's been just a couple misjudged plays, and the rundown led to a run, an error, allowed another batter to a runner to come around. And again, these two teams pretty evenly matched as far as you go position by position. So Dix, Putnam, and Pronovost here in the 4th, and even though there's a lot of ball game left, scheduled for 7, West Rutland defensively's got to buckle down here and start having some defensive stops, as they're 0 for 9 at the plate against Crawford. And that's going to be the second base Harrington with their 3rd opportunity for an assist. Will get the out recorded, and that takes out the lead batter. 4-3 on the ground out. And just let me double check. That's 1, 2. That's 3 tries, and 3 for 3 is Harrington at second. Now Putnam up. Strike called, so up in the count early as Putnam reached on an error and scored a run. Also had a stolen base in there, so like I said, it's those little things. Oh, just off the plate on the inside. Just off that inside corner a tad. When they get in the outfield, just wicked shallow. High and outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. I think it's been an excellent strike zone today by the home base umpire, home plate umpire. And that slipped out of Riopel's hands, and that'll make it a 3-1 count. Yeah, so 3 strikeouts to this point. We're in the 4th, 3-0 Twin Valley. Spring Sports on Munger Vision. And that'll become a walk on a pitch that was high.
One away.
And Pronovost up. She struck out in the 2nd inning. That was her only time at the plate. And again, it's very important for the pitcher and catcher getting on the same page here. Now allow the runner to move up on a pass ball. That's going to be out of play. Foul ball down the first baseline.
1 strike.
There's Pronovost looking down the 3rd baseline to the head coach. That'll be high for a ball. Back-to-back days that Riopel has pitched. I personally don't think endurance is an issue. I don't think arm strength is an issue, fatigue or anything like that. Riopel has been almost as efficient in numbers of pitches thrown here. She's been extended just a batter or 2 because of an error or walk, but other than that, hasn't thrown a lot of pitches today. Oh, strike 3, right down the pipe. 4th strikeout for Riopel. Came at a great time too. That's 2 down now.
Thank you.
3 of the 4 strikeouts have been looking as Kate Corey up now. She had an RBI single. She bats out of the number 9 spot, and she had an RBI single back in the 2nd inning. as Riopel working her way through the lineup for the second time today. Starts off Corey with a strike. So Twin Valley, like I said, that this is their first time playing outside. Oh, Hart knocked the ball down, and there's the throw, and they're going to have her. Nope, she missed the tag. Yeah, it was a decent slide away from the tag, and that's all it took, and that will lead into the third stolen base, I believe, of the ball game. It's Corey now with 2 down, but a runner in scoring position.
Here we go, Kate. Go, Kate. Kate.
And that's played by Raish, and she'll make the grab. So a put out for Raish will end the threat. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th with West Rutland down by 3 on Munger Vision. I believe that's Michaela Dambrakis up for the first time today. And she'll make contact. No, that's her. She just turned around so I could see her. Again, what an outstanding basketball season Dambrakis had. Played varsity ball as a freshman. Here she is on the varsity softball team, and good eye right there. It'll be a 1-1 count. Now Dambrakis has got a lot of speed, so anything on the ground, they're going to have to charge it here. Yet to see any attempt at a bunt. Now the only reason I say that, I'm a big small ball guy. I know Coach Dunches isn't, but he's also the coach, and I know that and respect that. But when you've gone through the lineup once, you're getting your second look now at Crawford. Well, actually, this is Dambrakis' first look. 2 strikeouts so far in the ball game for Crawford. No walks. Like I said, she's a perfect 9 for 9 as we go into the 4th inning on Munger Vision. And that'll be the first base runner on a pitch that just missed. As Dambrakis will go down to first base now. What are they going to do with her down there? They're going to send her, and they're going to try to bunt her over. Again, it's only a 3-0 game with a lot of innings left, only in a 4 scheduled for 7. Johanna Lee up. As she grounded out to the third baseman. Pronovost, that's going to be, could be a double play. There's one. And they held the ball, so they'll take out the lead runner. So it'll be a force out at second. Lee with the fielder's choice. So what was that? It was a 6-4. Lee with a fielder's choice, and Bainey up. She grounded out to the shortstop, Nesbitt. And that's going to be knocked down. Pronovost going to throw to second, and safe. So just that little bit of a bobble by Pronovost. And West Rutland with their first threat of the ball game with runners at first and second. I'm going to give unofficially an error to Pronovost. And Amanda Hart up. She grounded out to Pronovost at third. So again, West Rutland, their first offensive threat of the ball game here in the 4th. We'll see how Crawford handles it. That pitch will be high. Well, like I said, this is the second time through the lineup now for everybody except Dambrakis to see the release point, the motion, the rotation on the ball. Maybe they talked in the dugout about making her throw some pitches, maybe take a few more pitches, make sure you're swinging at strikes. Oh, that's going to be a knuckleball. And they'll go to third base, and that's safe. She's safe. Yeah, that's a good call. I know I had a bad angle on it to show it to you. I could see it with my right eye, but with the bases loaded and 1 down, that was also a tag play at first, not a force out. So Harrington up in a great spot to get West Rutland right back in this ball game. And Harrington again laying off that first pitch. It just seems to me right now that they're just making Crawford throw a few more pitches this inning. Best threat of the ball game for West Side. Yeah, and that was below the knee. So Crawford down 2 balls, no strikes. Well, there is the 1 out, so the possibility of the double play to end the inning. But also, don't forget, there's a force out at any base. The base is juiced right now. And that's going to be on the infield. That's a fair ball, and there's the out. Yeah. So one of the best case scenarios took place right there for Twin Valley. And 2 down now. Yep, that was the last thing that they needed besides the double play. His race up. Again, you want to make contact and put pressure on the defense to make the play. Like that. Pronovost going to run to third. That'll end the threat. So the base is loaded with one down, come up empty, and they'll stay 3-0 Twin Valley. Best opportunity for West Rutland in the bottom of the fourth. Base is loaded, one down, and good reaction by Twin Valley as they get the next 2 outs. Don't allow any of the runners to score. This is the top of the order, and this is Kylie Blue Crawford, the pitcher up. She has struck out and grounded out to the shortstop, Johanna Lee. Rhea Powell has pitched it very, very well. Yeah, what happened there? Hart just couldn't locate the ball. And that is, if you've never done that, come up from a crouch with the ball behind you in the sky. It's hard to locate it, but she didn't get a lot of chat, too, from her teammates. Got to tell her where that is. They ended up basically 3 feet behind her. That'll be a pitch in the dirt for ball 2. Bernard on deck, and then the catcher, Briar Lynn Crawford up. And that defense has Dambrackus in left, Eddings in center, and Shambo in right. Hart remains the catcher. Riopel remains the pitcher. Whedon at third, Lee at short, Harrington at second, and Raish at first. And Riopel's pitched extremely well. That's going to be a base hit. And Dambrackus will scoop it up with her bare hand and hold the runner at first base. So a leadoff single here in the 5th of a game scheduled for 7, and that'll bring up Bernard. Now, there haven't been a lot of hits by Twin Valley at all, but they've been able to manufacture the runs when they get a base runner, be it a walk or an error. They've been able to make it happen. That's off the fist and foul. Good rip at the ball by Bernard. Now, Bernard with a triple and scored a run, then she grounded out 4-3, grounded out to Harrington, who's got 3 assists today. Oh, just off the mark. Lee, as they started the runner, faked or didn't send her all the way down. Nice throw by Hart, cut off by the shortstop Lee, and everybody back in the position now. Just a lot happened, but really nothing happened. The next game I have scheduled, weather permitting, of course, is West Rutland traveling to Mill River. So a Division III, Division IV game there. But that, after seeing this West Rutland squad, that could be a very interesting contest. So we're good to go as some of the dust had blown up into Riopel's eye, and that's all right off the fist and fall. You can't get more off the fist than that. 1-2 count. Twin Valley scoring a single run in each of the first 3 innings. They were shut down in the 4th. And 4 strikeouts in the ballgame so far for West Rutland's Riopel, the pitcher. Oh, great pitch. Oh. It's just a tough pitch to take as a batter. Just off the plate on the inside corner. 2-2 count. She might have got a little lucky there, that one, Bernard. I tell you, the freshman Riopel showing tremendous composure. And the runner is going to go, and they are going to throw it down, and she'll be safe. That'll be chased down by the center fielder, Eddings. And that's one of those things where if the runner that slid in would have been aware of her surroundings, she could have easily gone to third base. So Bernard's ran it, I believe, to a full count now. As they retrieve some of these foul balls and bring them into the home plate umpire. Years ago, Darren Carter corrected me, and there's not a home base, it's a plate, it's home plate. Oh, good stop by Hart. It'll be a walk, but she'll keep the runner at second base. Like I said, Riopel going the distance yesterday with the win over Proctor. Working into the 5th inning so far here today. Briar Lynn Crawford has walked and singled. She has scored a run. She's been stranded at third base. Pivotal inning, I think, in the ballgame right here because, let the pitch come in. There's a strike. Because West Rutland had the bases loaded, one down in the bottom of the fourth. And defensively, Twin Valley kept them from scoring, so the momentum shifted back to Twin Valley. And Twin Valley now with an opportunity to extend the lead with runners at first and second and nobody down. They said Riopel with a great composure out there as a freshman. Right there was just lack of a follow through on that pitching motion. So right now in the meat of the order, top of the order came up. They're at the number 3 spot right now, and that's going to be to the backstop, and runners will move up to second and third.
31.
So a wild pitch, and boy, the table's set for some damage here. The makings of a big inning for Twin Valley. And that will be ball 4. So Riopel will load them up, bases juiced, and nobody down. And yet they're going to have a chance. Coach Dunch is coming out with Savannah Nesbitt coming up. She's 0 for 2 today. She's grounded out to second and grounded out to short.
No, none.
Let's see if I can read lips here. Well, it's not the worst thing in the world when the bases are loaded. And yeah, he's got a young team. He's bringing his players in. They want everybody to understand what to do if the ball comes to them. First of all, you got to understand the base is loaded. There's a force out at any base. Also, the combinations for a double play increase. You got a lot of different ways to get double play. And if things are going your way, you get triple play pretty easy this way too to end the inning. But right there, I like the timeout and just make sure everybody understands if the ball's hit the short, this is what you do. If the ball's hit to the pitcher, this is what you do. If the ball's hit back to the pitcher, she's just going to come to Hart at home and she's going to stand on the bag and get the force out. So Nesbitt, Bolivar, and Dix up. With the bases loaded, nobody down. Of course, the last thing you want to do is take the control of the out of your hands. You don't want to walk or hit somebody with a bot pitch or wild pitch. Yep. You don't want to give them a freebie. You want to make them earn it here. So that pitch called a strike. So an 0-1 count to Nesbitt. Oh, that's going to be off the glove and a lot of damage done. That's going to be 1 run, 2 runs. This could clear the bases of the 3 original runners, and that's what's going to happen, yeah. So Eddings in center field with a line drive hit at her. Those are hard to judge. Looked like she was going to make the play, and then the ball went off the edge of her glove, and that will drive in 3 runs. As Nesbitt ends up at second base, and that breaks it open to a 6-0 game now. So Bolivar up as she's 0 for 2.
Oh my God, look at that.
Again, not making excuses for Riopel, the pitcher, but I said it's been the little things that have been the difference in the game, and the little things have been 2-line drives that have not been caught, and like that ball dropping in, it'll be 1st and 3rd now for Twin Valley.
Why are we stopping, Sam? You got to go until you get called off. It's an easier play.
That's what becomes
Oh, great.
a big inning. 1st and 3rd, nobody down. 3 runs in, and Dick's up now. 0 for 2 in the ball game. You can see the sun dots coming across the camera. Yeah, it's a combinations of little things that make the big picture. Hitting the cutoff, man, taking the extra base, catching the line drives. That'll be a fastball up the ladder and out of the strike zone, and a good job of holding off by Dix, and I think it's 2 balls, no strikes. I lost track of the count here. Well, Riopel with 4 strikeouts. And yeah, they're going to come home and they'll score as they just couldn't locate the ball. So the 4th run of the inning will come in on the wild pitch. And the runner will move up to second base.
2 balls, 1 strike. 21.
There's Putnam on deck. So 2 balls, 1 strike, and a big inning. Remember, this is coming on the heels of West Rutland leaving the bases loaded with less than 1 out. It's a foul ball down the first baseline.
2-2.
And that'll make it a 2-2 count. So yeah, that not that the momentum was huge, but when West Rutland got the bases loaded with the 1 out in the bottom of the 4th, you could kind of feel the energy coming off out of their dugout, and they're getting back into the ball game. Then of course, good defense by Twin Valley will thwart that. And then here back in the top of the 5th, Twin Valley with a big inning. Dix with a good job there falling off that pitch to stay alive. Oh, strike 3, Riopel on that outside corner. And she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts. 4 of the 5 strikeouts have been looking at strike 3. Now Putnam up. She's reached on an error and walked. So she's been on base twice today, and she has scored a run. And she went way up the ladder and fouled that one off. Again, it's Ray Fish needing some of these foul balls retrieved and brought back into him.
Go play the 1 now. Let's go. 1 out.
Yeah, they're right. They're saying from the dugout, let's get the out. So there is the 1 out, but they need to get the... Oh, great pitch. She turned that wrist over. And boy, did that have some screwball action as it came down and in. Riopel trying to get out of this jam. Oh, great job. That is the 6th strikeout, and I'm going to say it again. 5 of those 6 now have been looking at strike 3. As Pronovost up, she's struck out twice. Once swinging, once looking. Against Riopel taking care of business herself here. Coming back strong in the lower portion of the order here of the 5th inning. Back-to-back strikeouts. Just off the corner. I had to wait a second because I was looking at that going, whoa. Again, she's had good velocity on her pitches. And I think she's had good control. There's been some pass balls, wild pitches, a couple walks, a little skipper in the dirt like that, but basically she stays composed, takes her time most of the time, paces herself pretty decently between pitches. I'd say 3/4 of the time she's going through her mechanics very well. Oh, that's a great pitch. Now, see, to me, that looked like that circle change. It's not a drastic change. It's like from 50 to 20 miles an hour. But certainly a different pace on the ball. Now, I could be wrong also. She might just take a little bit off the fastball and set it in there. That could be to Harrington. Slow grounder, throw to first. And did he call her out? He called her out. That's the inning. Big inning, though, for Twin Valley as they picked up 4 runs, extend lead to 7-0 going in the bottom of the 5th. So Eddings to start things off here as we've got some changes coming up. Strike called as Crawford right there on the outside corner. Girardi's re-entering the game for West Rutland. So that should put her in the leadoff spot. That's check swing, and Nesbitt off the tip of the glove, and they're going to have the base runner on. So Eddings is going to be on first base with nobody down here in the bottom of the 5th. As Walczyk will come up now, number 4. This is one of the changes.
Savannah, you take this, throw down if she's stealing. Back up, Kate.
So Walczyk batting for Shambo, who is 0 for 1.
Oh, nice try, Sam.
Got Bernard into the fence. I had to wait and see, and she couldn't come up with a great effort, though, by Bernard. And after all that, it'll just be a foul ball strike on Walczyk. Yeah, Crawford behind the dish. Briar Lynn Crawford, the catcher. Just an awesome job. This Twin Valley team looks real good. I mean, they play some solid defense. They've got good pitching, good leadership in the catcher. Oh, and the changeup will get her. So an 0-2 count to Walczyk.
You have to come charging over to back up that throw, okay? Come fast and hard.
Looking for the first out of the 5th inning as Crawford with a couple strikeouts in the ball game. That's just a little number back to Crawford. She'll, yeah, I was glad to say that's not the play. Go to first base, get the shore out. The ball was hit too slow.
But nice try. Infield, go 3, Taylor. Comes to you, touch your bat.
Yeah, so that will become a fielder's choice in my book. And first and second for Rhea Pell. 0 for 1, struck out her only time up, but getting her second look now. Let's see where they're playing at the corner. Oh, they're deep at the corner. It'd be a perfect time for a bunt. Strike called, and they're going to chase the runner back to second base. Again, Pronovost at third, even with the bag. That's deep in softball. Riopel shows bunt, and yeah. They'll call her safe at first, so it's not a double play.
So Kayla, when you see that, you come in and you have to take the bag, right?
I like the idea of the bunt.
Kayla go 3, Kayla go 3.
One down now for top of the order, Girardi. But what I didn't like was the technique, was they didn't have Riopel square, crouch, and get on top of the ball. She stayed standing straight up at a right angle to the plate and basically just reached the bat out on a high pitch on the rise ball. And really had nowhere to go but up in the air with it. So Girardi, who got to the plate once today, grounded out to the pitcher, Crawford. We'll watch that one come in the dirt for a ball. Now West Rutland in the bottom of the 4th had the bases loaded, just one out, and could not get a run in. And then, of course, Twin Valley responding with 4 runs in the top of the 5th. That's the shortstop. Yeah, and they're going to make the throw. Oh, my goodness. They'll call her out at first base. And we have an injury at second base.
How you ever did that, I don't know. You beat the runner.
So they replaced Walczyk at second base. She came up with a lower leg limp injury, had to be somewhat helped off the field. And that is going to be to shortstop, to first. And no, she can't come down with that. And West Rutland will get a couple runs off that. There was 2 down, don't forget, so the runners were off at the crack of the bat. Lee with the good speed. And that'll bring up Banya. As Edding scored, the pinch runner scored, curse runner. And West Rutland breaking through here. And again, I'm trying to keep the sun from blinding the lens here. Oh, great pitch. It's Banya. At the plate. Reached on an error her last time up. Good stop by Crawford. They got her in a pickle play, and Lee heading down to second will be safe as the ball ends up in center field, and Lee in the background of the catcher there, just getting up, dusting herself off. Right there, yeah. So West Rutland showing a pulse here in the 5th. So Banya looking to deliver a big hit here. Hart on deck. Ball down the third baseline.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
So Banya battling well here. Again, this is the third time through the order looking at Crawford's pitches. And that's in a troubled spot. No, it's going to be caught. That'll be the inning, but West Rutland will cut the lead 7-2 as we go into the 6th inning of play on Munger Vision. Max has got into play right field for West Rutland. That's a little number down to Raish, and they'll flip to first, and they'll get the out. Harrington coming over to cover the bag. We'll get the 3-4 put out.
One away.
in the 6 to start things off. And that was Kate Corey at the plate. Yeah, top of the order, man. Kylie Blue Crawford up and fouled straight back. Had to go to rip at it, fouled it straight back. Crawford today struck out looking in the first, grounded out to the shortstop, Johanna Lee, in the 2nd, and then singled and scored in the 5th. That was the big 4-run 5th inning. West Rutland responding with a couple runs in the bottom of the 5th. Got it to 7-2. We're in the 6th, scheduled for 7, and Riopel having a good game out there. I have her for, well, I better check. I think 6 strikeouts. That one too low and squeezed in the dirt by Amanda Hart. Hart's done a good job catching today for West Rutland.
Let's go, Kylie. Here we go, Wade.
That one
Hold up on that, kid.
held on to just a little bit too long. Like I said, overall, Riopel's had excellent control, as has Crawford for Twin Valley. Pitchers have done well today for early season action.
Here we go, Wade.
Right there for a strike.
Now you gotta protect, Wade.
So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 6 strikeouts so far unofficially in the ball game for Riopel. Oh, great pitch. That was the curveball, and she came back in the count to get her.
2 down.
That's twice today. Kylie Blue Crawford struck out Samantha Bernard up now. She had a triple and scored in the 1st, grounded out to Harrington in the 2nd, walked and scored in the 5th. So she's been pretty productive out of that number 2 spot.
Jody, coming your way, kid.
Go, Sam. Let's go.
There's 6. Okay, what happened? My battery died. And what you missed was the 3rd out was a little ground out to the pitcher, Riopel. She picked it up through the 1st. Now West Rutland with Amanda Hart, the catcher, starting things off here. And that's the ball. So it's going to be Hart, Harrington, and Raish due up here for Coach Dunches. And West Rutland are down 7-2 and down to their final 6 outs. That one inside. 2 balls, no strikes. The big inning so far was the 5th when Twin Valley scored 4 of their 7 runs in that inning. Defensively, the big inning for Twin Valley came in the bottom of the 4th. West Rutland had the bases loaded, just 1 out, and didn't score a run. Hart, right-handed batter, obviously, done a good job catching. Went down, got that, and that's going to be a base hit for Hart, and she'll lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th with a hit up the middle that just avoids the glove of Ashley Dix. Don't forget, my book unofficial, so you might not score that as a base hit at home, but being a West Rutland fan, I will. Now Harrington up, she has reached on a fielder's choice and grounded out to Protovos. That's going to be, well, I have to wait to make sure it's not going to be a 9-3 put out, and it'll be a base hit for Harrington. Hart going to go to 3rd and safe. Harrington going to go to 2nd and safe. So West Rutland getting aggressive on the bases. They've set the table here for Raish, 2nd and 3rd, nobody down.
You look 3, you go 1. You look 3, go 1.
So Raish, who's reached on a fielder's choice her last time up, and it's also grounded out to the shortstop Nesbitt.
My time.
I tell you, this is a good-looking Twin Valley team, but this is a good young West Rutland squad. Again, I hope the weather cooperates on Monday. I'd like to see West Rutland and Mill River play, and that's going to be just a tad bit low. And boy, that ball ricochets. Of course, in hindsight, if you had a crystal ball, you could have sent the runner there. But that ball ricocheted off from the shin pad of the catcher and rolled all the way down basically to 3rd base. So the last time Crawford was in a jam, she was able to pitch her way out of it. Actually, her defense helped her a lot, too. That is to center field. Caught. The runner will tag, and she's coming home. Safe. Runner going to 3rd to throw. Safe. And back. Got her. Good call. Yep. That's a big out. Yeah, that's 2 outs on the catch in center field, and then the throw out at 3rd.
Nice throw, Kay. Nice try. Come on, Kaylee.
Run is good. We have 2 outs.
Yep, that was a big play because they could have had 1 out and a runner at third. Instead, they have 2 down, just 1 run in, nobody on base for Kayleen Eddings. And again, like I said, it's just accumulation of these little things that come back to get you. But it is 7-3 now in the 6th. But they're just in a position. They're young. They'll learn. Oh, Eddings chasing that curveball, and it had a nasty bend in it. Crawford and both Riopel and Crawford have had excellent control for early season softball. That they've had excellent control.
1-1.
Same pitch, different result. She won't get Eddings to chase after it. If Eddings can get on, well, Walczyk was due up. I think we'll see Lax come in to pitch. That's going to be a 1-2 count. That center fielder that made the play was Kate Corey that made the catch and then the throw to double up. What happened was Harrington was safe at third, but she momentum carried her past the bag, and that's how they tagged her out. That's going to be the third. Pronovost with the long throw. It's going to be an error. Yeah, that should be. They're going to give her second base as the ball will go out of play. So West Rutland, boy, you take a lot of what ifs here, you know, and they could have had 2 or 3 extra runs here. Just think if the runner stayed at third and didn't go off the bag, she would have been driven in right there. So that's an error on Pronovost over at third. And it is Lax. So Sam Lax up with a runner in scoring position. Lax with a lot of speed at the plate. Big swing. Yeah, I didn't know if they might drop the ball here and try a little small ball, but like I said, Coach Tunch is not a big believer in small ball like I am. Oh, you get that defense moving around and people thinking about what they're going to do. And this will get the runner to the third base as she will eat the ball as Crawford got there. And again, both the pitcher and catcher are named Crawford, they're sisters. And so do a little equipment work as she has her mother, the coach. Yep, fix it. Yeah, and you could hear her. The only play they're worried about right now is getting a runner out, the batter out. They don't have to worry about the runner at third base. 7-3 the score in the bottom of 6. That's to short. Nesbitt with the throw. Just got her. So West Rutland chipping away. We'll pick up 1 more. We go to the top of the 7th. Twin Valley with the 7-3 lead. It's obvious, but West Rutland needing some defensive stops here as they are in the 7th, down 7-3. Riopel, like I said, has pitched an excellent ball game. I got her for unofficially 7 strikeouts in the ball game. So a lot of those 7 runs too are unearned. So the catcher, Briar Lynn Crawford, up. Right there. Again, she doesn't throw a screwball, but that pitch right there has screwball action. When she turns her wrist over, it brings it down and inside to the right-handed batters. And that temperature dropping way off now, and that's going to be pulled foul. Same pitch, but Crawford able to anticipate, got those quick hands through the strike zone, pulled the ball foul. I'm just looking who stayed in right field. Looks like Lax for West Rutland, still in right field. Girardi in center, and Eddings moved back to left. So 2 strikes. See what she wants to do here with the pitch. Yeah, brought it up and out of the strike zone, up the ladder, and couldn't get her to go for it. And that'll be a 1-2 count now. As Nesbitt on deck. Twin Valley, that's quite a ride. They're trying to make it worthwhile, get the win. As we fouled up and out of play. Stays at 1-2, and that's what you want to do with 2 strikes. Yep, get the bat on the ball, protect the plate, make the pitcher keep pitching. I said Riopel has impressed me immensely today for West Rutland. That's going to be through the hole at short and a base hit for Crawford. So she'll lead off the 7th with a single. Yeah, there haven't been a lot of clean hits by either side today in the ballgame. Nesbitt grounded out to second in the first inning, grounded out to the shortstop in the third, and had a double her last time up and eventually scored a run. So I closed the picture up because the sun's coming in. There's a strike called. Yeah, they didn't put the outfield fence up for me, so I usually stand out in center field with the sun to my back, and the fence not in my eyesight, but I didn't have that option today.
You got it. Come on, one.
Nesbitt to third. Yeah, they should go to first. Well, they're going to get the call, and on a close play at second, maybe a little home cooking there, they'll get the lead runner out. So they'll get the force out.
How many out?
So Nesbitt reaches on a fielder's choice, and Bolivar due up. Again, West Rutland needing to get out of this inning with not allowing any more runs to come in. Lee bobbled it in. Yeah, everybody's going to be safe. Whoa, I tell you, it's those little things. That was a very catchable ball. It was kind of a knuckleball, actually. That might have been what threw her off, but that opens up the door for a longer inning and puts runners at first and second. You're giving them that extra out. Again, first and second, and the one down. Like I said, Rhea Pell, when she's gotten into these situations, hasn't lost your composure. She's just kind of knuckled down and took care of the job herself. Just missed off the inside part of the plate, makes it a 1-1 count.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Again, weather permitting, I'll have some more softball action. Mill River, West Rutland take a trip up to Otter Valley. Again, just off the corner. Good at bat, actually good eye. By not committing on those pitches, because they're right on the edge of being strikes right there. That's good eye. That's going to be to Rhea Pell. She'll field, throw, got the out. Yeah, they'll run the ball back in, and tell ya, that's fielding her position very well. Rhea Pell, I thought was I don't change my opinion. She does well in basketball, but tell you what, she has an opportunity to really dominate and shine here in softball. Putnam due up with 2 down and 2 on. West Rutland can't afford to give up another run here as they're down by 4. And it will be Putnam coming up. Long talk with the head coach down at third base. Well, it makes you wonder, is something really up, or is that just to make the other team think there is? Is it going to be a little small ball? She dropped the bat, but I really couldn't tell if she tipped off, if she was going to lay down upon it. If she is, West Rutland's not playing for it, as they have the corners back, even with the bag, first and third. Good stop by Hart. She knocked it down enough to not allow the runners to come down the line, and that'll make it a 2-ball, no strike count. So Rhea Pell back onto the rubber. The sign flashed by Hart, and the pitch coming in. And will it be playable? No, it's going to be out play. Raish went to the fence, and it was out of her reach. And again, Rhea Pell, a freshman. Raish at first base, a freshman. When you start going around this lineup, and this is a very young West Rutland squad. And that's going to be to Harrington, and that's the out, and that's the inning. And they'll stray in 2, and we'll go to the bottom of the 7th, and West Rutland needing 4 to tie it up. Pell coming up. And then on top of the order should be Girardi. Strike called outside corner. So a 7-3 game. You know, if you look back, the score holds up. A few errors, a few misplayed balls, and West Rutland's, you're looking at a 3-3 ball game. This is going to be a fun squad, this West Rutland squad. Strike 2 on a swing and a miss. I got to tell you, I don't want to harp on it, but I'm just so impressed with Rhea Pell and her pitching and her composure out there. Like I said, she might weigh 60, 65 pounds, but she threw the ball well, had good velocity, spotted the ball well. And this is a very good Twin Valley team. So I look forward to seeing Twin Valley. I think I got it on my schedule again against a different team, but Here's the changeup. That's going to be down to Pronovost. She'll throw to first. There's Bernard coming up with the big splits, and we'll get the grab, and that'll be out number 1 of the 7th inning, and that will bring up Girardi, who's 0 for 2 today. That was a 5-3 ground out. Lee on deck for West Rutland. They need some base runners right now. That was an excellent called ball game behind the plate by Ray Fish. Good strike zone today, very consistent. That's going to be a swing and a miss by Girardi. That was a nasty, nasty pitch. You can tell the good pitchers, like Riopel finished strong, and Crawford throwing just as well here as she did in the first inning. Just missed right there, yeah. Just a tad bit below the knee. Tough, tough pitch to take with 2 strikes. Could have gone either way with the call. That's swing and a miss for out number 2. So the last chance for West Rutland will be Johanna Lee. Again, she's done a nice job at shortstop today, Lee has. And this is going to be a slow roller to second base. That's the ball game. So congratulations to Twin Valley. An excellent effort by West Rutland. A complete game victory for Crawford. And again, get out there and watch softball in your area. And again, I'll have some more West Rutland softball coming up for you on Munger Vision.